this episode of Let's Talk 716 Sports. Today, my special guest is T from Not Your Average Podcast. We will be talking some Bills football. Who wins the division this year and why?
Oh, who wins the division? It's prior to because this is take two. Prior to that Jet game, I'm still going to say that the Bills is going to win this division. I mean, this division is tight. It has changed with the add-ins of the additions of. I mean, prior to Aaron Rodgers and his injury, um, it's tight. I mean, it's still tight. I mean, teams have upgraded. You know, Miami has added some cornerbacks. Who else? New England has added a wide receiver. They still have that great defense. You know, the Buffalo Bills added several pieces during this offseason. I still have the Buffalo Bills winning the division. But I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to go down to the last few games of the regular season. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk like it was. I mean, it wasn't a cakewalk last year, but we kind of knew the Bills could turn it on and turn it off. And I think last year our our rival or the team that was giving us fits was the Jets, and then it became Miami. So I mean, I got the Bills winning. It's going to be tight, but I do have the Bills winning the division, despite all the stuff that happened this week.
How many games do you see the Bills winning this season?
Um, the Bills have a tough schedule on the back end. Um, I actually had the Bills, you know, winning one of the New England games. I'm sorry, the Jet games. If they won this game on Monday, that game on Monday, I would have had them losing the other game. I got the Bills going. What did I say? 12, 10. So 11 be the floor and 13 is our ceiling. So if we can go in between there, because I think maybe 11 gets you a wild card, and 13, I think you can win the division at 13. So, but the Bills are playing some heavy teams this year. They got the Bengals. The Jets is no slouch, and we've seen it. Their defense is good, but when your quarterback is not playing the way he played up to par, it's hard to win. We have the Eagles. We have the Chiefs again. We got Dallas. Miami is going to be a tough game as well. Division games teams is tough because we know each other. We play each other often. So I mean, I got us, like I said, 11 the floor, 13 the high, and 13 I think will be enough to win the division. And I can't just say New England is just an easy win because New England also has that defense that is good. So
Yeah, and on last Sunday night, the Dallas defense looked really good. So
yes, yeah, Dallas. I was shocked. I was shocked actually. That game shocked me. But how did you feel about the Chiefs game? Did you see that Chiefs game?
the Chiefs in Detroit,
Yeah.
I think, I mean, like they didn't have one of their like tight ends, Kelsey. So
Yo, Kelsey. Yeah.
like Kadarius Tony was
Yeah.
getting a lot of targets, and then um
Dropping the
he
ball.
yeah, he was dropping balls. Um so but
Yeah.
I think Detroit's gonna be good this year.
Yeah. I mean, they were kind of good last year. They needed some pieces. I think they got some pieces, and I love Dan Campbell. I love that head coach. He's a fiery head coach. You know, I think they're definitely going to shock. I don't know if they're going to shock people, but I think it's they're turning that team around. So it's going to be definitely exciting to see what that team is going to do this season.
Um do you think the Jets are the team to worry about this season?
Um, ooh, you know, the Jets now is a different team because of Aaron Rodgers. And man, I can't even say I feel sorry for them because I feel sorry for Aaron Rodgers and what happened to him. Um, they have pieces. I mean, they have Garrett Wilson, they have the running back, um, Brees Hall, they have that defense. I mean, if Zach Wilson can go in there and play the short game and don't turn the ball over and be consistent, and they have Hackett, a different coordinator, so offensive coordinator. I don't think it's now prior to Aaron Rodgers, they were saying the playoffs and they're going to win the Super Bowl. I thought it was crazy, but now some of their fans are jumping off the bandwagon and saying that they're not even going to make the playoffs because of Aaron Rodgers. And I think it's because they've seen the Wilson show. They've seen what that quarterback can do, and they've seen that he's not ready to step into the role of being a quarterback for the Jets. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch them that well to know what the Jets and what he can do. Zach Wilson, we just seen it when they play us. Um, I would be shocked if they made the playoffs, but I'm I won't say I'm not worried about them because they have beat us twice with Zach Wilson. So I'll just say that I think the Bills, or let me say, Josh Allen, has to get his head out of his rear and start taking the dump downs, start making smart plays and understanding what he is seeing, and stop playing hero ball for the most part. And I don't think the Bills will be worried about the Jets if Josh would just play his game. So I'll just say that. Are
Um
you worried about the Jets?
like their their defense is the one thing that really got me thinking like maybe the Jets will end up in second place this year behind the
Mm,
Bills.
gotcha. Right. Yeah. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers was still there, the Jets would be one of those teams that will be neck and neck. I mean, again, I think it's Jets, Bills, my not in no particular order. Jets, Bills, Miami are the teams, and New England's there too. So I just can't dismiss New England because New England always have a defense that's going to give you hell, and Mac Jones will make a mistake. So, you never know. I don't. This division is a toss up. but it could be won by anyone, you know. But I'm definitely going to put my team up there first.
And like Matt Milano, he played good the last game against the Jets.
Hmm. Yeah, he did. The Jets. I mean, Matt Milano. Matt Milano always plays well against the Jets, though. You know, he does. He's just one of those players that I guess he just feeds on that Jets offense. I mean, he had a great play. Zach Wilson came in and he picked them off. You know, so yeah, that game there was just a little disappointing, to say the least. You know, that was a disappointing loss. It was one of those games where it was just right there, and all you had to do is just run the ball and don't turn the ball over. And the Bills couldn't do that, and it was just frustrating to watch. You know.
What um what'd you think of that field goal by Bass, like towards the end where it went off the left, upright and in?
Yeah. Um, I knew Bass had it, but I just didn't. Um, when I seen it hit the upright, I was like, wait a minute, because I don't like watching. I don't normally watch field goals when it's like tight like that. I either turn my head or walk into another room, and I heard it hit the upright, and I was like, and I turned and it went in. And I was like, okay, cool. When it comes to field goal games, I do not like watching it. I can't. I can't. This game, that game on Monday, I didn't sit down at one bit. It had me just all over. My emotions was a roller coaster. You know, it was just one of those games. I love the fact that, games like that brings out competition in players, and you want it to bring out the best in players. And I think for Josh, he has to hone in to be even killed, try to be even killed at some point. And I say that sitting here in a chair, but he has to figure out how to be even killed when it comes to these important games. And we've seen him play in important games very well. So, I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure he'll get it together.
How do you think like the Bills defense this week will fare against the Raiders?
Well, I think our defense played well, very well against the Jets. I mean, Russo. Um, oh my God, why am I having a brain fart? Played, they played well. Those edges got off the blocks. They were just. It seemed like they were tag teaming whoever was in there. Our interior, Ed Oliver played well. I mean, I think this O line that we're going against, the Raiders O line, is um, nothing like the Jets. They may be a little banged up, but I think they'll get to this O line. I'm worried about Max Crosby and um, playing against Spencer Brown. I mean, Spencer Brown seems to be having some tough snaps. So at some point we might have to chip Crosby with a tight end to help him out on that side. But I think we'll win. I'm pretty sure we'll win, and yeah, I think our defense will play well though. I'm not worried about our defense. Our defense played well. I wasn't worried about um, Bernard, not yeah Bernard being in there. I think he's a little rusty, but for the most part, he was good. Benford played well, played extremely well. Trey White, I think, is back. I mean, he defended that Garrett ball, and there's nothing he could do. It was just a great catch. Nothing you could do about that. But yeah, our defense is always the one that is comes together fast. The offense is the one that needs time and clicking and be cohesive.
Do you have any questions?
How do you think the Bills fare against the Raiders on Monday? I mean on Sunday.
I think like since it's the home opener, I think the crowd will be loud for the home team,
Hmm.
and I think on the third downs the crowd will affect the quarterback,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
getting
Yeah,
his play
I know.
calls off.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, home opener. I totally forgot to even mention that the home opener. The crowd is very loud, and it's a lot of activities that's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it should be fun. It should be fun. Yeah, I'm not going to any games, but I'll be at home with a bunch of people at the house. Doing that.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good game for points, like to get 30, 40 plus.
Hmm. Yeah, it should be. I mean, Josh should bounce back. Let's hope Josh bounce back this game.
Do you think there's a difference between like when Brian Dable was our offensive coordinator to um Ken Dorsey?
Ooh, that's a good one. I know a lot of people are calling for Dable to come back. I just think for Ken Dorsey, um, I don't want to say because he's still new. I don't want to say he's over his head because he's been in this football um, space for a minute. I don't know what it is. I don't. He has the pieces. You went out and got a tight end. You got Dawson Knox. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Gabe Davis. You went out and got Hardy. I mean, you got all these pieces. You got these running backs, and he's just not using them. And I don't know why he's not making plays to complement Josh and the players. I don't know. I don't. I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if it's a disconnect between because sometimes you can someone call something and the quarterback can do an audible, and if they don't want if you don't want that play, Josh is allowed to do an audible if he wants to. So, I mean, I don't know what's being said between Ken Dorsey and Josh Allen, but it does something's not right. Something's not clicking. Like take those short passes and get in a rhythm. And we love the fact that Josh can throw the ball down the field. We love to see those spectacular plays that Josh can do. But sometimes you need to just take the quick passes or the dink and dunks and just live another day. So I like that. I like the slow game too. But sometimes I think Josh wants to fast, speed it up. And we're good with both ways. He has to learn the in between. He's 6 years in. He should know better.
Do you have any other questions?
I do not. I'm just excited for our home opener. I can't wait. It's Wednesday, Thursday, it's football, so I can't wait till Sunday. Don't want to rush it, but yeah, that means I got to work on Mondays, so I don't want to rush it.
What is your score prediction for the Bills game on Sunday?
Ooh, I normally don't do scores, but I'll do one today. I have the Bills winning the game. I'm going to say, ooh, I'll give it her. I want to say 31, but I don't know. I'll say 27-14. Yeah, 27-14 Bills. What's yours?
Um Mine would have to be, I'm going to say 28 to 13 because I have them missing an extra point somewhere.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. Cool. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it should be an interesting game to watch this week.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Let's Talk 716 Sports. Thank you to my special guest T, and go
Thank you.
Bills.
Go Bills.